Now, players, the greatest gift you can have is being a teammate. If there's a kid on the court and you're not on the court, they're not going to volunteer to come off that court to make the player feel better. Players have to learn we versus me. And we had a slogan at our program. We stands for wonderful experience. Me stands for my ego. You have a choice every single day the way you behave. And I used to tell my son when he played freshman basketball, you're going to have a choice. The coach will look down at the bench and see one of two things very high level. He'll see this with people putting their feet out in front of him, leaning back, dismayed, or a kid leaning forward and yelling for his teammates. Which kid would you put in? So ironically, by the end of freshman year, I go to my son's last games. I went to every game. He only played half the games. I went to every game. And I had a parent literally say, why do you come to every game? You know, Liam doesn't play as much as the other kids. I said, Liam's not the team. And I have a great silhouette that I always used to share on Facebook. And it was what a parent sees, my kid. And then what a coach sees, my team. And it would be a silhouette of 5 kids versus 1 kid. And I said, I have to teach my son. Was it fun? No. Did I get upset? Sure I did. It was tough to watch your kid just sit there. But what I had to teach him was it's not about you. And so the last 2 games, Joe, now a principal at an area high school, came to me and said, I told Liam he can play as much as he wants the last 2 games. Now, if you're a parent, I hope you hear this. If you're a player, I hope you hear this. He said, you and your wife are the only ones not to complain or send me an email during the season. And he is always working hard. He never gripes. He never complains. And this is where coach did a really good job. And he rewarded coachability. Was Liam the best kid on that team that should be playing all the time? Nope. I was blessed with an average athlete for a son. I didn't have high expectations. Quite frankly, I'm not even making a joke. That made life a little bit easier. So what I go back to is when you think about coachability, it's about thinking about we, not me. It's about praising others who are playing. It's about supporting the coach who has to corral 12, maybe 15 players to operate as one unit. Not fun. And then I think about parents. The greatest gift you can give your kid is the mindset to develop grit, to fight through the struggle. And I remember when I watched my son play basketball, favorite sport for him. And I kept saying to my wife, he's a kinetic kid. What's a kinetic kid? I said, when you give Liam emotion, he can repeat it. I said, he'd be a great volleyball setter. He would pick up setting right away. I should get him into golf. So I tell him, Liam, you should golf. He said, it's the most boring sport in the world. My kid's a scratch golfer now. Because he found his thing. How did he find his thing? Through the struggles of other sport. He got cut from freshman baseball. And people say, what'd you say to the coach? I said, I've never said a thing to Jack. I still go to Milwaukee Brewer baseball games with Jack Freeze. He cut my kid freshman year. Liam came out JV year, sophomore year, played 2 more years of JV baseball. And then senior year goes, I'm not good enough. What did he cultivate? Self-awareness. 85% of people lack self-awareness. So the challenge we have, everybody, is coaches, as parents, as players, become coachable. Let your kids get coached. Let them struggle. It stinks. It's horrible to watch.